AITA for kicking my girlfriend out of my house after I found out she cheated with her best friend? I, 25M, met my girlfriend, 24F, almost 3 years ago at a mutual friend's game night. We bonded over our shared love of board games and long walks, and everything just clicked. It felt like I'd found someone who really understood me. She was kind, funny, and supportive. We started dating not long after that night, and things moved pretty quickly. Within 6 months, we were spending nearly every weekend together, and after a year, I asked her if she would move in with me, and she agreed. Life was good. She was everything I thought I wanted in a partner. We spent evenings cooking together, binge-watching shows, and talking about the future, getting a pet, maybe even traveling abroad for a few months once we saved up enough. I genuinely thought she might be the one I'd end up marrying. But in the past few months, things started feeling different. She seemed distant, often distracted during our conversations, and she started spending a lot more time with her best friend, let's call him John, 26M. Now, I never had an issue with John. They'd known each other for years, and he was always respectful toward me. He was the kind of friend you wouldn't think twice about. But lately, she was always at his place, or he'd drop by late at night when I was working my night shifts. I started feeling like a third wheel in my own relationship. I tried bringing it up a couple of times, asking if everything was okay between us, and she'd reassure me that I was overthinking. She'd say that John was like a brother to her, that they'd been through a lot together before she met me, and that it was nothing more than friendship. I wanted to believe her, so I let it go. Last week, I had a long night shift at work, and I called her before I left to let her know I'd be working late and that she shouldn't wait up. She sounded a little off but told me she'd probably just have a quiet night in. I thought nothing of it. But as it turned out, I managed to finish my work earlier than expected. I figured I'd surprise her and spend some extra time together in the morning. I even picked up breakfast from her favorite bakery on the way home, hoping it'd be a nice way to start the day. When I got home, though, I noticed John's car parked outside. My heart sank a little. I hadn't expected anyone to be there, especially that late. But I tried to stay calm, thinking that maybe he just needed to crash for the night. I quietly let myself in, not wanting to wake them if they were sleeping on the couch or something. But as I walked down the hallway towards my bedroom, I heard voices, her voice and John's, followed by muffled laughter. I pushed the door open, and there they were, together in bed, caught completely off guard by me standing there. The look on her face was pure shock, like she never expected me to be there. John scrambled to grab his clothes, mumbling something I didn't even catch, while my girlfriend started crying, pleading for me to let her explain. But I couldn't even process what I was seeing. I felt like my whole world had just fallen apart. I told them both to get out. John rushed out, and she followed me down the hall, begging me to stay and talk. I drove around for hours, trying to make sense of everything. When I eventually went back to my house to grab a few things, she was still there, sobbing and trying to convince me that it was a mistake. But I just couldn't hear it. I told her it was over and that she needed to leave my house. Now, she's been calling and texting constantly, saying she's sorry and that she still loves me. But I can't shake the image of them together, and I don't know if I can ever trust her again. Some of our mutual friends are saying that I overreacted, that I should have stayed and let her explain before kicking her out, especially since we were together for so long. They think I might have thrown away a good relationship over one bad mistake. But honestly, I don't think I could have stayed calm enough to hear her out. So, AITA for kicking my girlfriend out of my house after finding out she cheated with her best friend?